The other day, I was trying to do some cooking. I grabbed some vegetables, but a potato slipped out of my hand and it kept rolling, rolling, and rolling. But that gave me an idea. What about a game where you are a potato rolling around in a kitchen? Also, I decided to make it a rage game. If we talk about the lore, you're a person whose soul is trapped into a potato because of a failed sorcery you were doing in your kitchen. Now, your job is to get out of the kitchen in order to free your soul. But just jumping out the window shouldn't make a soul leave its body. Wait, the first thing we need for a game about a potato is a potato. I jumped into Blender, made this potato and brought it to my game engine of choice, Godot. Since I'm very new to Godot, having made just one small game so far, which was in 2D, it took me some time to figure out how to properly import the assets from Blender, but I eventually figured it out. For movement, I decided to give the potato a slight push whenever you press the movement keys, and the weird shape of the potato makes things really unpredictable and kinda challenging. After all, we're making a rage game, baby. Now let's talk about the other elephant in the room itself. The thing that distinguishes rage games from any games in general is their level design. Give the players a balance of fun and challenge in the level, you get a good game. Make the levels so difficult that it makes the player want to eat their mouse alive and throw their monitor out the window, you get a rage game. And when I decided to make a rage game, I didn't even think once that I'll have to play through this game more than anyone else. And I cannot explain how annoying it was to test the level, make the adjustments, test them again, make the adjustments, and play that shit again while losing a bit of my sanity every single time. I was literally dying from inside when I was close to finishing the game. But we are far from there. So let's move on. While making the level, I got into a big problem. See, in a kitchen, there can be a lot of items which are harmful, dangerous, and lethal. And I wanted to have some very dangerous items which the potato falls into and dies, like a gas stove, blender, or a pot of boiling water. But that put me in a big confusion. In a lot of rage games, the levels are made in a way that if you fall down, you get back to the beginning. You don't die, no matter the height you're falling from. And there's no need for a restart menu. I wanted to have that infinitely looped failing thing, but also use these dangerous items in the kitchen without having a restart menu and stuff, because it breaks immersion. And since I'm making a highly immersive, super realistic game, that ain't happening. So you know what I did? Here's the saying: when in doubt, go to Discord and shout. And shout I did. And Play Crazy, a beloved member from my server, gave me an amazing idea to have a bucket of potatoes, and when the potato dies, the soul gets back into a new potato from the bucket, and that fixes one of the problems. Yes, I said one, because there are going to be more. After setting up most of the layout for the map, I went into Blender and started making actual assets, and I put all that into the game, added some lights, and this is what it looked before putting in the assets, after putting the assets, and this is what it looks like with the lighting. That definitely didn't take me 5 days to make. Speaking of lighting, I cannot explain how much pain I went through to get it working, but I still could not. I wanted to bake the lighting using the light map GI, which is used to bake the lighting in the map. But I ran into this weird bug where the lighting is baked, but the shadows disappeared. I made sure to enable the shadows, played with the texel size, quality and all that stuff, but the shadows disappeared every single time, and I still haven't found any fix for that. So if there's any Godot pro watching this video right now, please let me know how can I fix this. I would really appreciate it. Thanks. Remember what I told you in the beginning of the video? But just jumping out the window shouldn't make a soul leave its body. Yeah, well, that might work for humans, but not for potatoes. And jumping out a window to free your soul just doesn't make any sense. So I started thinking of other ways to finish the game. And this is when I remembered that this game is set in a kitchen. So why not add actual cooking in the game? Well, more like sorcery than cooking, but you get the point. So I scattered these different ingredients throughout the kitchen, like salt, clove, lemon, and lizard's tail, because why not? Which you collect by going close to them, and when you have all 4 of them, you can get to the sorcery table in the center, do some black magic, and free your soul. But while testing, the game turned out to be way too difficult, because when you fall into any of these traps, the game restarts, and you lose all the progress you made, which is not good at all. So I took a suggestion from a friend and added lives to the game. Now the bucket has 5 potatoes. When you fall into any trap, you respawn near the bucket and 1 potato from the bucket disappears, decreasing your lives. But you still keep all the items in your inventory, so you don't have to do everything all over again. But when you run out of all the lives, you need to restart the level. I think this gives a very balanced experience to the players, keeping the game from being too difficult or too easy. And that's it. I plan to do more with the game, like adding sounds and all that sweet stuff, but the amount of pain I had to go through playing through this game again and again made me just had enough, for now at least. So I just created a main menu and called it a day. Make sure to play the game, the link is in the description, and let me know if you like it or not. If you do, I might actually finish it and do more stuff. And a huge thanks for your suggestions on the last project. Although we didn't hit the like target, I'll definitely add your suggestions to the project. I won't let my viewers down because I love you guys. That's enough of me talking. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and if you didn't, please tell me in the comments what pissed you off. And have a great day.